Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Investment in heritage houses and motels is a new revenue to support the Sultanate's economy within the diversification approach of income sources. The Unified Admission Center announces the first sorting results of the academic year 2016-2017. 20 tons of tilapia fish are produced in 2015 as the first project opened to market the production. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Idris Deby of Chad on his country's National Day. With the aim of strengthening the Sultanate's approach towards tourism industry, the Ministry of Tourism held a workshop on investment on heritage houses and motels. The workshop held in the Wilaya of Rostaq in the Governorate of South Batina revealed on facilities rendered to owners of these houses. Around 45 approvals to establish a number of motels in the Wilaya of Rostaq. The workshop focused on challenges facing owners of heritage houses, like the difficulty to obtain ownership of houses and the restoration costs. It is worth mentioning that the Sultanate has a great number of heritage houses which will attract investors in this field. The workshop at the end highlighted difficulties facing investors in heritage houses and motels and ways of overcoming these difficulties. Nominal gross domestic product declined by 41.1% in 2015 according to a report issued by Central Bank of Oman. The report indicated that the decline came as a result of decrease of value added of petroleum activities, which amounted to 38.2% in spite of a slight growth in non-oil activities by 2.3%. The report also mentioned that there are expectations the balance of payments of the Sultanate will record a deficit this year as a result of continuation of oil prices decline. Regarding the banking sector, the Central Bank report mentioned that traditional commercial banks' overall assets increased by 6.1% to reach 29.1 billion Omani riyals. The aggregate overall assets of Islamic banks and windows increased to 2.7 billion Omani riyals. Admission Center of the Ministry of Higher Education announced that the sort-out results of the academic year 2016-2017. Here are the main indices and statistics that came in the initial sorting. The total number of seats available in the first sorting was 29,528 seats. The system in the first sorting provided 22,934 seats for the students who met the required conditions. The number of seats in the government higher education institution is 18,050. The biggest number of study seats were offered in the colleges of technology by 36%. The students either can accept offers they get through logging in to the Admission Center website or through sending SMS. Approving the offered seat will be from Tuesday 9th of August till Tuesday 16th of August. Completing the registration procedures will be from Thursday 11th of August to Tuesday 16th of August. Study programs and seats will be announced on Admission Center website on this 22nd of August. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Pic du Midi in the French Pyrenees is home to a world-renowned observatory equipped with several telescopes.
هنا الرائحة العالقة بالذاكرة تأخذنا دهشة مختلفة لتبهرنا بجمالها الآسر حيث ملتقى الأسرة. امنح نفسك شغف التجربة، فهنا حكاية الجمال لا تنتهي. مهرجان صلالة السياحي 2016 من 15 من يوليو إلى 31 من أغسطس. عمان، المحبة والوئام.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth revealed that 100,000 newly hatched fish produced by hatchery ponds monthly in the Sultanate scattered over 12 farms, in addition to production of 20 tons of tilapia in 2015. In a practical case, a youth was seen inspecting tilapia fish in a tank, making in reality a choice for his meal in a restaurant serving fresh fish in a new method. The restaurant receives fish supply from 12 pisciculture farms from various governorates of the Sultanate. They recorded an increase of production that reached 20 tons in 2015 compared to only 5 tons in 2014. Tilapia fish pisciculture goes into stages, starting from hatching to breeding until it reaches the proper size for delivery to domestic markets. Oman oil price October 2016 delivery reached $42.03. The Dubai Mercantile Exchange said that the price of Oman oil declined 57 cents from the price of yesterday, Tuesday, which was $42.60. The average price of Oman oil August 2016 delivery has stabilized at $46.60, thus $2.27 per barrel higher than July 2016 delivery. A new destination was created by Oman Air within the expansion of its international route network to include Iraq. The national carrier will launch its first flight to Governorate of An-Najaf in Iraq in September. It will operate 4 flights weekly. This came in response to an increasing request and availability of international connections. By this destination, the national carrier of Oman has increased the number of its international destinations to 51 in 28 countries around the world. Saudi-led coalition warplanes launched fresh airstrikes on rebels across Yemen today after the alliance said it had intercepted 2 ballistic missiles fired at southern Saudi Arabia. The increased violence comes after UN-brokered peace talks in Kuwait between representatives of the government and Houthi insurgents ended without a breakthrough. Tribal sources said airstrikes hit rebel positions around their northern stronghold province of Saada. Coalition air raids on the capital, the first for 3 months, yesterday hit a factory, killing 14 people. Airstrikes also temporarily closed Sanaa's international airport. Russian media hailed President Vladimir Putin's landmark meeting with the Turkish counterpart Recep Tayyip Erdogan as a major breakthrough today after relations between their countries collapsed when Ankara downed a Russian jet in November. Vidomosti Business Daily wrote Russia and Turkey have forgotten all their grievances, which reported that the agreements reached between Moscow and Ankara on trade, energy and tourism did not extend to the conflict in Syria. The Brazilian Senate voted today to put suspended President Dilma Rousseff to face an impeachment trial. At the end of a lengthy session that lasted over 15 hours, senators voted 59 to 21 to approve the trial, surpassing the 41 votes needed to open the trial. Rousseff is accused of committing fiscal fraud to balance the 2014 budget. The trial is expected to begin in late August or early September. The opposition said that the president committed a crime of financial responsibility by resorting to fiscal maneuvers to balance the budget, which is written in the country's law and punishable by impeachment. The Pic du Midi in the French Pyrenees is home to a world-renowned observatory equipped with several telescopes, which draws over 100,000 tourists each year. Here is a report.
Over peaks and valleys, the gondola ride to get to the Pic du Midi isn't for the faint of heart. But for those with no fear of heights, the view is well worth the trip. At more than 1.5 miles above sea level, this panorama on the French Pyrenees draws over 100,000 tourists each year. And many are here for a perspective that is literally out of this world.
We're in the dome that houses the 2-meter telescope, the Bernard-Liot telescope, which is the biggest telescope on French soil and is at the summit of the Pic du Midi.
The observatory has several telescopes, as well as a coronagraph, an instrument that allows astronomers to observe the outer atmospheres of stars through their magnetic fields. Recently, these tools contributed to an exciting discovery, an exoplanet far beyond the reaches of our solar system.
Humans are on a small planet within the solar system, lost in a galaxy of 100 billion stars. And all that has us asking questions about our origins, about what will become of us in 5 billion years when the sun will become a red giant. You can observe all of that by looking at other stars in our galaxy that are in a stage of evolution.
The observatory was threatened with closure in the 90s until a joint effort from local activists and scientists raised funds to renovate it and open it to the public. Today, visitors can even descend the peak on skis or a mountain bike, though most just choose the relative comfort of the cable car.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and its nearby mountains, with chances of intermittent drizzle and scattered rainfall on desert areas. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with cloud accumulation and scattered rain over the Hajar Mountains. Winds will be northeasterly to easterly light to moderate over the coasts of Sea of Oman, while on the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea it will be southwesterly moderate to active. Seas will be rough along the coasts of the Arabian Sea with a maximum wave height of 4 meters and slight along the rest of the coasts with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Investment in heritage houses and motels is a new revenue to support the Sultanate's economy within the diversification approach of income sources. The Unified Admission Center announces the first sort-out results of the academic year 2016-2017. 20 tons of tilapia fish are produced in 2015 as the first project opened to market the production. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.